Yo, it's Jesse with Bowman Land Clearing. I got a small job today. Not really usual at the truck, but it's one of those when you pull off, we are blocking traffic and it's a Sunday, so trying to get stuff going. I cut a trail to get in to this little gate, so that way I can come in here and then turn around and stuff like that. So I'll show you. I think he's going to show me what he wants done, and then I'm going to cut in a bunch of trails for hunting this season. It's last minute because you know it's already bow season in October. But anyway, we'll go ahead and follow him on the four-wheeler. I'm going to go ahead and turn the mulch on. At least he'll have a nice clean. He's got a brand new four-wheeler, so keep it from scratching it. So right in here we got to clean everything right here, which I'll get out and show you. We're heading back to the other side because he lives a pretty good ways off and he's got stuff to do. So we're just going to kind of, he wants me to cut a trail this way too because he walks this way. So I'm just doing this to remind myself I got to do all this. Anything that's not tree, I can just go ahead and knock it down. We're heading to the other side of the property to look at the other trail, and then he said he's gonna pay me, and then it'll be time for him to go, and then I'll just send him pictures and videos and stuff. So I like I hit a rock earlier, so there's some rock somewhere over here. There's a pond he wants me to clear up too, and then I'm gonna clear up. There's a shooting stand right there next to that pine, and he said he wants me to straighten it up so that way he can see all the way down. Give him time to get going, so we'll sling it, hit him with something. Right there, as far as I need to go. I think there's a pond right up here. He said there's a couple car links, so where I can go back there, and that's the tree line or the fence. So now we're headed back up to the top side. That way we can cut a trail. So let's head that way. So I started here. So he said if I can at least make it 1 or 2 cars wide, he said that's good with me. So that's what we're gonna do, just keep on pushing. right, so I got to looking. I seen some stuff flying in. My other one's got it too. When a piece of tree smacks it, I broke the door, and this is an $800 or $900 door. Great, always something. Probably just glue that back in or something. So I got to go back to the truck and clean that off. It's tree sap and it's sticky. It's actually pine. It's spitting a little bit of rain, so it's kind of making it sticky. So you can see there's an old trail that way, and I cleaned up most of this right here. I got to go back and fine tune everything, you know, kind of clean it up. So he's like, he's only paying for 4 hours or a half a day. So I'm trying to get as much as I can for him, which it is bow season. He said he don't bow hunt, so I'm coming in, cleaning it up last minute, clean all this up. That way they can get in here with their ATVs and trucks. So I'm gonna shoot back up that way, clean it up, and then go back on the other side. And he said if I have enough time, make 2 cut throughs, or at least one, or at least there's one of them, but we'll find it later. But he said if I have enough time, come back in and cut all this. So yep, let's get to it. All right, so I got the windshield cleaned up. I couldn't see nothing. So this is the trail that I was on a while ago at the end. So I had to come back up and wipe everything off because I could not see what I was doing. So we're fixing to head back on the other side of the pond, clear around the pond just a little bit, and clear the rest of that. But right now we are cleaning the right side up, and then we'll head to the top side, clean it up. So let's get this going. So got a lot of pine needles everywhere. Got this little trail up there's the pond, came down through here, just kind of widened it open. I mean, you can kind of tell they had just enough for a four-wheeler to come in. I'm just going to come in and cut limbs back and shoot it out. I'm actually going to take out more of this so that way I don't have to get so close to these, all the pine needles, and it's just hard to mess with. But anyway, we got an open field over here, and then literally behind this corner right here is the shooter house. It's nice and chilly today. It's like high as 54. Oof. So we're just widening it open. He said pretty much where it's grass, which is I've already molded it, but I'm gonna try to push this back That way they have nice big open areas and stuff not growing out to kind of like stab them in the eye or poke them in the eye or nothing like that. So we're going to kind of clean this up, open this up. I'm not sure, he didn't say nothing about going over that way, but he said just make the trails wider and cut a couple trails in the back. So we'll have just enough time, because he, like I said, he paid for half a day, so we'll get it pushed back, cleaned up for him. Wiping the door off for the third time. It sprinkled pretty good bit, so as you can see, it's nasty. Surprisingly even worse than that, but anyway, so it sprinkled for a good bit. The shooter house is right up there. I got this lower side, there's a bunch of rock. I'm just not going past it because I just chipped a tooth earlier. So I hit some rock over that way. I'm gonna at least get to the rock and stop, and I'm gonna kind of curl this edge because this grass is so thick. There's the shooter house right there. So he says he wants to be able to see down here. If I clean this whole corner up here, so I'm gonna kind of shave some right into here. That way whatever comes out he can see. And then we're probably gonna go about right up in here, actually where that big tree's at. I'm just going to cut straight across, and that'll lead us to the other side of the path on the other side. That's where we went down and stopped and turn around. So I'm going to knock all this out, knock the rest of that out, and I got to clean around the pond on the top side next to his on the top side of the pond. So he's got a like a piece of equipment over there. I'm going to clean around it. And I tucked a few little trees back so that way he has somewhere to hide his four-wheeler out of sight. So I went down this way a little bit. He said he'd like to have it all the way across, but I started going in there and I hit a couple rocks, some big ones. It made a lot of sparks and white dust, which is not good. But anyway, got this. This was a little bit rocky, you can't tell because all the grass is so tall, and it's pretty much turning it into powder. So I mean, cutting it down. So I'm gonna cut this out and then go back on the other side, clean this up, and get this cleaned off because it's sticky. So I got this lower side done. Got that. There's a bunch of rock that way. I stopped like a little V in that. A lot of sandstone. So got all that best I could, and then I cut a trail like a little triangle through there, so the deer's going to follow either way. Just because I cut a little V in there, so if they cross over, they're going to take this lower side or right in there, that tree's that on the other side. So there's something definitely coming up and down through here, so I guess they'll find out this season. But we're going to work our way back up that way, and I may try to cut a trail somewhere that way. I'm not sure yet. We're way past time, so let's go up there and finish that up. All right, so I went down that way, and I went this way. I cut that trail down to that way. Just did whatever I could. I was making a racket. I'm not going to be able to hit this field, but I cut down through that way. You can kind of see down that way for the shooter house. I seen that they was on the four-wheeler this way, so I went ahead and just took this way. Show you real quick. I'm not sure how much footage I'm going to be able to use. It's hard to. So I shot down that way, and you can tell where deer or something's come down through here, and I turned that way, and all I did was did big old U. So but I wasn't able to get this, but I did the main priority clearing that he wanted. So if I had all day, I would have got all this done. So then I opened this up another 2. So got that cleaned up, got that. At least the shooter house will be able to look this way, because they're going to, if I cleaned all that up right in here, they wouldn't come through here as easy. So shooter house can look down that way, and then I cleaned out that whole corner so you couldn't see that much. It was just enough path. So I opened it up more. We'll go up here next to the pond, and once I get that done, it'll be time for me to load up. So I got a few straps done that way, got the rest of this kind of cleaned up under the trees. I did one more swipe. I mean, that makes me feel a lot better about it. And then we got, this is the property line corner. Here's this little, I guess where you use it for deer. He said if you can at least do one swipe, I did 2 down and back. So that way, if he has me to bush hog it, then I can, you know, kind of push in a little bit here and there. So but yeah, it goes on the other side of the pond. I didn't go all the way down, but I made it to where I can at least get back there with a 4-wheeler or something. So I may clean this up just a little bit, and just this whole little corner here, But pretty much done that way. I gotta pull my truck out of the ditch over there, so we'll get ready. It is almost 1. Yeah, just a few minutes till 1. So let's see if we can't do just a few more minutes. I know we only paid for half a day, but we did a little bit more because we started before 8. It's almost 1. So all right, so of course when nobody was coming through here for the past 15 minutes, ain't nobody came through here. And then 9,000 people decided to. Got everything loaded. I just went ahead and where my truck was at, cleaned it up. Got the gate locked. So yeah, buddy, let's get going before somebody else comes. See somebody rolling. If you could, like and subscribe. See you on the next one.